Good morning, good morning. Hi, welcome to Saturday morning coffee. I have coffee. Here it is. We'll see how far I get through this cup, my second cup this morning. How are you? We made it. It's another week done in the books. There are so many things coming up on the calendar that we are excited about, and so that's kind of what I thought I would chat about this morning. Making sure that you are aware of all of the local upcoming Quilty events that are on our calendar, on our horizon. And we'll just have a pretty chill chat this morning. If you have any questions about any of these events or anything else while we're chatting this morning, please, go ahead and drop that below. That's what I'm here for, to answer your questions. This morning we have Echoes of Iceland going on in the classroom. So I know some of our friends are on their way here to join us for that. That's exciting. Block 2, I think, through the 10-month block of the month. We have some friends who are here yesterday or who do our 1-hour demo. So I know that is really exciting. We've got that going on. Also, right now is QuiltCon. So QuiltCon is I would say, the modern big national quilting event. So a lot of, especially the more modern leading companies, will wait to debut certain things at QuiltCon. So even though I am not there and having major FOMO, of course, it's always exciting when QuiltCon comes around because so many new things get announced or get dropped. So it's a really fun time to hang out on the internet, right? Because you'll kind of get a lot of the highlights and behind the scenes. Also, maybe this is just me because I like to live on the internet, but there's also a lot of stuff on the internet that I don't love. So my feed is very curated for, like quilts and cats, pretty much. So I've been seeing a lot of really exciting stuff about QuiltCon, and I can't wait to share more kind of once the weekend is over and we have some wrap up. I will get that information to you. But all kinds of great stuff coming up. I'm going to start saying good morning to some of my friends who have jumped on, and I'm going to kind of go through things chronologically, and we'll see how far we get. Because I am going to be throwing out a ton of dates. If you need to come back to this video when you have your calendar out, I totally understand, but you can still hang out now. So good morning, good morning. We've got Pam jumping on from Alabama. Good morning, Pam. And another Pam that's not from Alabama, but good morning, other Pam. Good morning to 2.0. And good morning to Joni and Dolores, Southern Illinois represent. So good to see you. Good morning, Pat. It was good to see you yesterday. And good morning to Janet of the Janet's TM. Good morning, Janice and Jan from St. Charles. And good morning to Jackie. And good morning to Terry and Tim. I got in trouble for calling Tim out on a video. So now I can't mention him unless he specifically mentioned to me. But anyway, good morning, Tim. Good to see you both. I've been on video a lot more, so thank you for positive feedback on that. I do appreciate that. Perfect. Okay, so QuiltCon is going on right now. So definitely, like I said, check your socials if you're not able to be there. Lots of cool, exciting stuff going on then. Next thing that should be on your radar is going to be the St. Louis metro area shop hop. So that event is 12 local shops. We are all committing to this shop hop event, which is 10 days long. It starts on March 5th and goes through March 14th. And all 12 shops will be open a minimum set of hours. So what we consistently have heard in years past is that the shops all having their different operating hours, it was hard to navigate. So we've made consistent hours to try to make it easier for you all to know when you can go. Of course, shops could potentially be open longer than those, but they will be open at least those hours. Hope that makes sense. You can start and stop at any store, so plan your route however makes sense to where you are. Also, that 10-day period includes a Sunday and Monday, for example. We are typically closed those days. We will be open. You can come even if you're not shop hopping. We will be here. But one of the nice things is, all of these local quilt shops, we all carry different things. They all kind of have their own unique flavor. So sometimes our taste, the things that we pick up, may not be your favorite thing. Or you may be looking for a specific style of fabric for a specific project that we don't have. That happens all the time. I can't carry every bolt of fabric. Believe me, if I could, I would. So it is not like competition to me. I know that there are other quilt stores in the area. Please go visit them. They have wonderful stuff too. So that is the whole spirit of the shop hop. The other thing is that because we make it an event and get it very excited about it, we are able to get gifts and giveaways from our sponsors, things like that. So we're able to kind of give back to the community that supports us, which is really, really cool. So you can start and stop at any point. You get all 12 stamps. Then you return that completed passport. Again, you can turn it in at any store, any participating store, obviously. What we'll do is we have a meeting. Everybody brings in the completed, validated passports, and we're going to pull all of the prizes from that collection. So, tons of prizes this year. We've added more grand prizes, more gift cards, tons of stuff that we're going to give away. Very excited about all of that. Also, we have kind of gone back to basics. So every shop will give you, for participating, a free 12-inch block pattern. Most shops will have a fabric kit that you can buy if you want to make that block in that shop's fabrics. Those should be available. We have made and by we I mean me, actually, I pieced it, made a beautiful sampler quilt with all of the patterns that you'll get at every shop if you do the whole shop hop. And I can't wait to have it quilted and hanging in the store. It is gorgeous. So look forward to that coming out as well. But it should be a fun time. I just think that it is good to know what you have available local to you, even if it may not be your particular taste. So, for example, I know that there are shops in the area that specialize in more Asian-themed prints or in more Civil War production prints. Those are not things that we typically have on hand. So I'm happy to send you to those stores if that's what you're looking for. So that's what I have as far as the shop hop. Pam asks a great question. Oh, actually, I'm going to go up further. Marlene says good morning, and she asked what cuddle I ordered. I placed a giant cuddle order. So we had our friend Pat from Shannon Cuddle came. She did a trunk show with us, and then we had an all-day Luxe throw class the next day. We had so much fun. But of course, Pat brought all of the fun things that you can make with everything that Shannon makes, and we were all just oohing and ahhing over the most adorable little stuffed animals, and she had this beautiful wrap that she was wearing that we all fell in love with. So, placed a giant cuddle order after that because we were all feeling very inspired. So, I do not have that information to share at this particular moment, but I did order that one piece that you and I were talking about on a bolt. So that is coming in, Miss Marlene. Good morning to Paulette and Diane. Pam said, are the shops coordinating fabrics for the kits? So all of the shops chose a basics to make their blocks, not necessarily going to be coordinating colors. However, we are making a setting kit, and I can absolutely let you know, because I've made all of the blocks, I can kind of talk through how many and how much fabrics you would need should you want to make an entire quilt out of the fabric that one shop chose. Happy to help with that math. Good morning to Jan and Karen. And Marlene says, hooray. I have fallen in love with Cuddle, and so that is a problem because I'm like, oh, I like this, and I like this, and I'll order too much. Anyhow, okay, so that is sort of the St. Louis metro area shop hop in a nutshell. Lots of new shops joined this year. Also, it's exciting that we have 12 because 12-inch blocks makes it for a nice quilt. That works out great. So please do that. That weekend that it ends, the 14th, if you aren't finishing up your shop hop, the other thing that you should do is go to the Modern Quilt Guild show. So our friends at the Modern Quilt Guild, they are putting on a quilt show at Greensfelder Recplex in Queenie Park. It is 10 to 5 on Saturday and 11 to 4 on Sunday. Just $10 to get in. Kids 5 and under are free. They're going to have like 275 quilts on display. There's several different categories. They've got beautiful quilts to raffle, some great prizes that vendors have donated to raffle off. Wonderful vendors. Many of them we have vended alongside before. One of our favorites is definitely Accessories by Lynn. You've probably seen her if you've been at quilt shows before, but she makes those purses with the bottoms that you can swap out and everything is washable. Anyway, she is such a lovely person and so excited that she's going to be back because everyone in my family has one of these bags. So always good to see what she has new. But tons of great vendors. We will be there vending, so you can come see us. Danielle's going to do a Stripology demo on Saturday. We'll also have the shop open that day. So we will kind of be here, there, and everywhere that weekend, but should be a great time. Looking forward to that. And good morning, Miss Carolyn. The next event that you should have on your radar is going to be Quilt Stitch Knit. So Quilt Stitch Knit is a consumer event, so you all can go. That's actually happening here in St. Louis. I don't think that this show will be here if it is to happen again, because historically, this show is kind of replacing what they used to consider a spring market, and that show used to migrate. So that would be my expectation, but I don't actually know, so don't quote me. But Quilt Stitch Knit coming up April 10th through 12th. The exciting thing is that it is all fiber arts, so brings in yarn community for knitting, crocheting, embroidery, all of that. Also, because it is more broad, there are garment sewists and bag makers and all different kinds of sewists who will be represented at this show. Some great, great classes that are being offered. I know that there are some instructors who are, traveling in. So this may be a great opportunity if it's somebody that you particularly love and follow who's teaching. I know that some of the classes look really amazing. So I would absolutely take that opportunity if you can swing it and if that works for your schedule. They have announced all of the classes and the pricing for everything. So that class schedule looks pretty awesome. There's some of them that I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll go. We are not vending at Quilt Stitch Knit. We won't be there as a representative of Warm and Cozy in any particular way. But personally, as a quilter, I may go to do some things. A few of my bag maker friends are going to be there, and so I would be very excited to check them out and see them. Also, I'm sure they're going to have amazing vendors and all of the cool new gadgets to check out, and that's always fun too. After that, the next event to kind of have on the radar is going to be Quilt Week in Paducah. So that is always a huge national show as well. I have not been. Danielle and Jason have. I've heard that there are must-have snacks and intense plans that people make for this trip. It is so fun from what I understand, from what everyone has said. Just amazing, amazing quilts on display. You get to go to the National Quilt the National Quilt Museum is there in Paducah. Also, again, going to have all of the leading tools, all the leading people in the industry will be there. All of the Longarm brands, sewing machine brands, they all have a presence there, and super fun. So another thing to keep your eyes open for, again, even if you can't go, there's so much fun stuff that happens at these big events that it is smart to kind of check in with your favorite brands and see what they're doing and announcing during those times, right? And then the next sort of similar event to that is going to be Fiberfest and H&H, which both take place in Chicago. So local-ish. Same with Paducah. Not really here, but like certainly drivable. This is the first year that H&H is having the consumer side of the show, so that will be really interesting. I have gotten to go to the industry side of the show, and it just makes sense, right? If you're already going to have all of the big names all in one place, why not just extend it and let you guys come and see all the new stuff too? So that should be really, really fun. Again, lots of great classes in education. That's part of the reason that we go, is that we get our continuing education from a lot of the brands that we represent. Also, we get to know what the latest and greatest is and kind of choose what we like and what we want to bring in and carry and bring to you guys. So that is happening. Fiberfest, which is the consumer side show, is the end of April. So I believe it starts April 30th, runs through May 3rd. And then the industry side is later that same week, starts as early as the 3rd or 4th for some, runs through the 6th. So I will probably go to H&H. I'm thinking that I might just go up early and do Fiberfest as well, but we're just going to see how the scheduling for that works out. But it's always so fun. We get to see a lot of really cool people. I've gotten to meet some of the designers that we like to carry when I've been able to go, and that's been really, really nice. So what questions do you have about any of these things? Also, we have so many things going on in the shop I would love to tell you about as well. So I will definitely get to that, but shoot me any questions you have because I'd love to answer them. I'm going to say good morning and get caught up. Oh, Pam loves cuddle. I really didn't want to love it, but I really do. It is just like the drape that it has also is just so nice. I'm obsessed. And good morning to Carolyn and good morning to Diane in Iowa. How are you? I'm going to have some coffee. Sorry about that. So we have some new things going on here in the shop. We are launching, we've kind of soft launched a little bit, but we are going to do like a VIP text program. Oh, Marlene asked, what was that event called in April? It is called Quilt, Stitch, Knit. I'm going to type in the comments because there is an exclamation after all of those words as well. Okay, Quilt, Stitch, Knit. Hello, Eileen. Good morning to you. Danielle and I were just this morning talking about how we both randomly sing things. I was like, thank you for doing that. It makes me feel a little less silly. So, Eileen, you got my singing this morning. Some cool things going on in the store. We are launching a text program. Mostly, I know for me that I have turned off a lot of notifications for my email. I have an email address I give out to people I don't really want them to contact me. And then I have like all of these filters. So I often will miss emails or I don't read them for a couple of days. Obviously, I'm on top of the work email, but my personal email is what it is. So we know that many of you are probably in a similar boat. So one of the best ways that we can contact you is through text message because we can reach you directly, right? So if that is something that you want, you can sign up for our text list. I will be posting more social media and things about this later. I just kind of wanted to introduce you to what it is. So we are going to be transitioning away from some of the rewards and things that we typically send you through email, like your birthday coupons and like a comeback coupon. Those are now going to shift to our text program. Also, when you join, we're going to give you a joining offer of $20 off a purchase of $100 or more. So that is exciting. But we have that starting. We're just gathering lists now, but one of the exciting things is that we will be able to make special lists within that. So if you're someone who wants to hear from us, say you would like us to text you a reminder before we go live, we can do that. That doesn't have to go to everyone. It can just go to people on a specific list that ask for it. So we're going to kind of start workshopping what some of those specialty lists are. So if there are things that you can think of that you would love to be, kind of first to know what's going on, we were thinking about maybe even doing like a product arrival text list. So if you want to be texted when a new line shows up at the shop and is available to purchase, that might be a separate list because that's not for everybody, but for some people that might be very exciting. So let me know kind of what you think about that, what you would like to be notified for, what you wouldn't. But it's just also another way that we can have flash sales or let you know about last minute cancellations or anything like that. So it's just another way that we can reach you that I think will be hopefully more consistent than email is sometimes. Carolyn asked what was the show and where that we will be at. So we are vending at the St. Louis Modern Quilt Show. That is in Baldwin, Missouri, at the Greensfelder Recplex in Queenie Park. That is March 14th and 15th. Danielle's doing a demonstration. We will be there vending. So we'll have, we'll bring the long arms, we'll bring all of our fun toys that we like to play with. Plus, we know that our modern friends do a lot of things with solids. So we're working on making some new quarters maybe for them and some solids kits and things like that. So we'll be bringing lots of stuff and some of it will be special just to the show. So definitely stop by and see us there at that show. Plus you get to look at like 270 quilts, and being in a room with 270 plus quilts is never a bad time. They're so beautiful. There are so many super talented quilters in the area. It is awe-inspiring. Definitely worth going for sure. So that is, again, the Modern Quilt Guild show. Also, I will be on TV talking about it. If you want to learn more about the Modern Quilt Show, we are actually going to be, and again, this will be posted later. So if you are not able to write anything down right now, no worries. But we are going to be going on Fox 2's morning show on 3/9, which is a Monday. And we're going to be chatting with one of the Modern Guild representatives and kind of trying to get the word out and let people know what a quilt show is and why it would be valuable to go and what to expect and what you would see. So that's pretty exciting. We're trying to bring more community. So the more we can educate and let people know, the more, rich our community gets, right? So excited about that. But we will be on, I want to say it is in the 9 o'clock hour on March 9th, and they re-air it in the noon hour as well. Danielle's demo. Okay, this is off the top of my dome, so I might be wrong, but I am 80% confident that it is Saturday at 11 a.m. That's what I believe. I may be incorrect, and if so, I will try to get corrected information out. Oh, love the texting idea. Perfect. So good. I'm glad, because that's something that we have been wanting to shift to, and hopefully we will have more control over the kinds of messages we can send you, and that'll be great. So looking forward to that. Being a faraway friend would love the new fabric list. Yes, we were thinking about, I mean, not only just you, but there are some people who just want to know what is coming and what is available. And while I would love to do an unboxing video for every box that arrives, that is unfortunately not feasible. But this could be a way that you would always know the new fabric that's here and know if you need to, get on our website or stop in. So that's exciting. We've got just some other changes going on, some other things that we are working on. Always, us little busy bees working behind the scenes. So Carolyn says she always joins our lives late. So yeah, that was one of the things that we were thinking of is the notification system on many of the platforms can be a little bit unreliable. Again, it's just a consistency algorithm. They're trying to predict what you want, what we want, and sometimes they don't always nail it, right? So that's a thing that we are thinking about doing, setting up a text reminder for when we go live, that you get it 10 or 15 minutes ahead of time just to go, hey, we're going to go live. So here's a little bit of time, get settled, get what you need, and join us at 5 or 9:30 or whatever it is. So again, that would not be for everyone, but for some people, that would be a great thing. So those are kind of our proposed specialty list at this time. But we will, as we use the program, obviously, we will learn more things that we can do with it. And I think it'll be really cool. It's, again, just a way that we can connect with you. Most of the time, that text is a one-way communication, meaning if you reply back, I don't actually see it. But there are some tools where I can send out surveys or ask questions, and I can receive text back. So again, just another way that you can communicate with us directly, and it's not necessarily like linked to you specifically. So we can kind of get some feedback in that way. So very exciting that we've got that on the horizon. Other than that, we are always trying to mix up what kind of classes that we're offering, what we're able to do there. So we, of course, we've had Danielle teaching quite a bit. She's doing Echoes of Iceland and Stripology Club and a lot of ongoing sew-alongs. And then on top of that, she has been doing a lot of guild presentations as well. So she's been out of the shop quite a bit. And we've had some outside educators that we're able to bring in to do things, and that has also been really lovely. So I know I hear a lot of you are asking for bag classes. That is something on the horizon we are working on. So trying to get that nailed down. We've got some other things in the books. So lots of exciting things coming down the pike. I don't have anything that I can tell you concretely today, but yes, I hear you. We are working on bag classes. But if there are other kinds of classes that you guys would like to see, we are always open to feedback. That is what we're here for. We want to serve our community, and that's you. So if there's something that you want to see, please let us know. We have also been working with trying to figure out the best ways to introduce some of our new staff to all of you. So just so that you know, we've got some stuff coming down with that where you'll get to know our new faces a little bit better. So plan to see some of them on camera or on our website or on our socials a little bit more coming up. We're excited about that. They all have their own interest, right? That we're all different people. And so they bring so much knowledge and experience to the table that we didn't have before. And I'm so excited to get to tap into their superpowers and their interests and be able to bring that to all of you too. So that's going to be really great. Anyhow, that's kind of all of the information that I have for you today. Carolyn says she can't wait Tuesday for Snowflake class. Snowflake is another ongoing sew along that Danielle does. It is a beautiful quilt that has snowflakes that cascade across it, but that is definitely something that you need to do over months, right? It is an intricate, beautiful quilt. And it was supposed to start in January, but unfortunately we had to cancel for snow, which is hilarious. But that is going to start on Tuesday, and can't wait for that. Hopefully we won't have to cancel again for snow, because that was a little crazy. Pam loved the meet the staff idea. Yeah, and I want it to be fun too. So I don't want it to just be like, oh, this is like, for example, hi, I'm Sadie. I am X years old. I quilt. So I'm trying to come up with fun things that you would like to know maybe about the staff, so that you connect with them a little bit more. So I'm trying to think of fun questions. So if you have a fun question I can include in our Meet the Staff survey that I'm going to send out, let me know. Because I'm thinking about, like, what's your favorite snack? And, just fun things like that. I think that would be cool. So if you have ideas, I love your ideas. Please give them to me. Sue says, good morning, favorite quilt shop. Good morning, Sue. Good to see you on. They don't tell you when you start a small business, it's basically just like the long game in making a lot of friends. Like, that's basically what I do, is I make friends with people. It's pretty much the best job ever. So it's always so fun when I get to see you online or in person. Really lovely. And some of our friends, especially our far away friends, we've been friends for years and I've never even met them. So it's really cool the way that we get to connect with you, and I really appreciate it. Also, I really appreciate you spending some time with me this Saturday morning. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and get this shop ready to open. We open up here at 11 a.m. We've got class starting now for our Echoes friends, and we will be ready to serve you at 11 a.m. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you again soon. Bye. Where's my mouse? Here it is. Bye.